Greetings, YouTube. Today I'm going to review the film Smokin Aces. I watched this film originally when it came out in the theaters, and the first comment I made after leaving was, they don't ever need to make another action movie, because this one nailed it. And I believed that then, and 2 years later I believe it now. This, frankly, is the best action movie I've ever seen. It never takes itself completely seriously, but it never does stupid humor. It's an action movie from beginning to end. The editing is incredible. There's a lush, textured quality to the entire film. It just feels like every single scene was crafted by someone that cared about that scene. Nothing was thrown away. There were no tossed off characters. There were no people that were there just getting their day's wages as an actor. Everybody put their performance in, and the casting in this was letter perfect. The main character, if you want to call him that, is Jeremy Piven. He plays a sleazebag, wannabe thug. He wants to be a mobster, and he's always kind of failing at it, and he gets himself in hot water with the mob and the FBI, and what happens because of that. But there are so many other storylines going on there. There are all these people out to kill him because they're all convinced that a mobster wants him dead. An old school Sicilian that wants his heart. And all of these hitmen, from ex-cops and bondsmen to a pair of women who are out to kill, and Alicia Keys just nails this role. I mean, I think it was her first major film role, and she was just so good, not to mention so incredibly good looking. Three brothers who are absolute psychos. I mean, it's like somebody took them, pulled them out of the movie The Road Warrior, and dumped them into this film. Absolutely over the top, and they were beautiful. They were wonderful. This is the movie that showed me that Ryan Reynolds can act. I later watched his Definitely Maybe, and I wouldn't have watched that film if it hadn't been for Smokin Aces. His Definitely Maybe was a great date movie. It was a great, tolerable chick flick. It was just a lot of fun, and he is so engaging. And in this movie, he showed me he was something more than just the latest stand-in in a National Lampoon comedy. He could do something with a role, and he could do drama. And I was so impressed by his character. There just simply isn't a character in this movie that didn't show me that they had depth. And I love them all. It's so difficult for me to tell you which is my favorite character. Ray Liotta is just so good in this. Garcia is just incredible. I mean, every single actor put in their A game in here. I love this so much. And this and the DVD. I actually bought this DVD ages and ages ago, and I hadn't gotten around to watching it. So I threw it in the DVD player last night, and there are deleted scenes, which I haven't watched yet, but they're outtakes. I watched the outtakes last night. They were fun. It was just like from absolute, actors flubbing lines to actors screwing with each other and, swearing or cracking a joke and making their fellow actors look an idiot. It was very funny. But there's 2 comment tracks on this, which is unusual. You don't usually find 2 separate comment tracks. And I listened to the first one last night while watching this again, and it was the director and the principal photography guy. And the second track is the director with 2 other people. So eventually I'm going to watch this again, and I'll listen to the second track, and I'll watch the deleted scene at that time. And also an alternative editing in here, which I haven't watched yet. But I mean, I picked this up for like $8, I think, at a video store that was getting rid of it. I think it might have been a previously viewed copy. I didn't care. But this is such a good movie. It's so much fun. If you enjoy action movies, you like badass people doing badass things, assassins and bounty hunters and big explosions, but done in an almost completely realistic, believable way, and guns. And I mean, there's a Barrett Light 50 sniper rifle in this that is almost a character unto itself. This is a lot of fun. I highly recommend anybody that enjoys the action movie genre.